All right, it is. I had a couple of DMs sliding into my Twitter account, wanting to have a little technical analysis on Swipe. I remember trading this coin on FTX back in the days when it was launched, and it was quite trending, and it had an immense amount of volumes, like crossing billion to billion every single day. And this was the time when it had most of the liquidity, which has certainly dried up around these areas where this was formulating its bottom, in fact. And today we'll be having a comprehensive outlook on Swipe against USDT, against BTC, against Ethereum, most of like the main market movers, basically. In fact, all right. So right off, what do I see right here? Ever since this breakout from the zone right here, we had a retest and we are simply proceeding further. I think we have superseded the target coming off of this little reaccumulation to curve base, right? I mean, yep, certainly we are way above it, and it looks to me like this particular trend is strengthening to the upside here. Like most of the altcoins, most of the coins in FTX are okay. Let's do this. Most of the coins in FTX are doing something like, I have done something like this, and ultimately this. I think this is going to do that. It's just hello and welcome to Cryptoducator, where you can just draw lines and figure out the price action. It's just how crypto currency adoptions in exchanges are going on, and all of the coins are getting reaccumulated like this on pretty low levels, in fact, and just simply blasting off of the accumulation ranges to the all-time highs and closing above it. I mean, you can go for a couple of examples which have done that. KNC did that recently on FTX. KNC is a pretty old asset, but with the FTX listing, the all-time high was breezed pretty much. Looks to me like this wants to do something like this again, but how? How do you manage your risk on this one? First of all, you don't go all in. Isn't that rule number one? Don't go all in on shitcoin like Swipe, man. I mean, of course, it's DeFi and all, backed by Binance and all, but just don't go simply all in on this shitcoin here. You could go all in on Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum as well, but these second tier projects, I mean, okay, well, manage your exposure as you like, but this is your first risk management standpoint right here, around 1.5. Let's just simply 1.45, in fact. The second risk management is 1.28. Third risk management is the ultimate stop loss, which is going to be 1.15. So if you see prices coming back below this particular zone at 1.15, you want to get the hell out of Swipe, because that would mean a potential distribution failure and swing failure as well. So many other failures. I mean, it's gonna be looking like a failure. But according to what the charts are telling me right now, right here to the upside, these points could also be considered as good risk management areas. First one being 5.6, and since we are charting it on the 3-day time frame, we can define our risk management areas on the 12-hour time frame as well. Well, yep, the 1.6 is aligning with this particular wick right here, after which we are simply wanting to explore to the upside. I mean, flagging out, wanting to go to the upside, looking really nice. This is good price action right here. I mean, sticking its ass to 21 simple moving average on 12-hour time frame, simply rejecting anything below key structural areas and wicking out and just getting bought back. Just look at getting bought back here, got bought back here again. Well, 12-hour time frame certainly bullish for Swipe. If you look at any 12-hour closure below 1.6, you get out. You simply get out of it. And well, as far as you are closing 12 hours above 1.862, the trend is just probably going to continue, and is probably going to retest somewhere around these levels right here. Ultimately, the all-time highs. Okay, so pretty much good setup right here. In fact, all right, let's just simply assume that you are going to long Swipe around $2 regions, and your risk management standpoint is going to be below this wick right here. Your first target could be this, which leads you to an R&R of 1.25. Not really interesting, not quite interesting, but since this is crypto, and since you can actually push things a little bit higher, you could take this area as potential take profit areas, which is going to be around 3 R&R. Like 3 risk reward is damn nice. And if you take a look at the all-time high right here, this is going to be 7.25 risk to reward, which is beyond amazing for any trade. And just have a little bit of balance of calculations in your head. If you are looking at a risk to reward of 7.25, which is beyond amazing, you lose $1, you gain 7.25 in one single trade. Similarly, you lose $100, you gain $725. Similarly, you lose $1,000 and you gain $7,250. That's a good R&R. But of course, you can get wigged out, and I do not promote any kind of leverage trading. But if you want to check out a few exchanges where swipe trades with good amount of liquidity, the first is going to be FTX. FTX certainly having good liquidity for swipe on spot and derivatives as well. If you want to be longing on derivatives, you can simply go down on the link in the description below for FTX, and you can trade swipe over there for potential moves to the upside, and have a very stringent risk management situation right here around 1.6. Well, closing 12 hours below 1.6 is not going to be really nice for swipe. So me personally, as a trader, how I look at it, I'm going to stay away from swipe if we are closing 12 hours below 1.6. So well, this one being a key significant zone of risk management standpoint, I do think that swipe would go and retest its all-time high, just like all the goddamn other cryptocurrencies have done. And this is also pretty much likely here. Well, some of people, like, not a lot of people have been arguing about the fact that this is distributive wave. In fact, I mean, something like this. Like, you can take any point as a Fibonacci retracement zone, and like you can simply go for a distributive wave. But I do not think that is the case. But if that happens, Bitcoin has to go below 20,000. I think it's just let's be simply clear with that. Well, I'll just simply get rid of this and take a look at few key Fibonacci areas. Okay, all right. Well, the 0.236 was simply retested on this 12-hour time frame, and we did not close any candle below it, wigged below it, did not close below it, right? So what can be the potential upside here? First stop is going to be 618, which is a 60%, and the second stop, wait, let me just use the price range right here. All right, first stop 618, second stop the deep retrace at 886. Now I do not consider 786 because generally the price is, they just snake around those zones, not really key profit taking areas. Also, the third target could be 1-on-1 extension, which is approximately 150%. Pretty amazing R&R right here. And if we are breaking above it, closing 12 hours above the all-time high, then we talk about 1.618 around 7.5. Now this is a mid to long term technical analysis right here. So in the short term, prices can actually snake around between 0.382 to 0.236 and stay sideways, stay range bound for a pretty long amount of time. So be careful if you want to long swipe on derivatives on FTX. You would be paying a hefty amount of funding, because I've been checking out the data for funding these days on FTX or various other exchanges. Just sky high, these funding rates, like 0.1 of 0.0, okay, not 0.1, 0.02% of the entire position every hour. Wow, that's not quite a comfortable position to actually long on the market in derivatives. So funding signaling that derivatives are overextended, and you got to pay a lot basically to hold on to these derivative positions. So just keep an eye on a reset move to the downside, where all the funding is neutralized and everything gets back in a track, and then we keep on heading to the upside. So such event could occur, because it's just how market works. It's a balance. You're talking about a balance here. Like, if there are a lot of longs in the market, the shorts are going to pull them down, get the market back to neutrality. Then we can think about where the resolution is going to be like. Looks to me like the market is extremely heavy on the long side. So that does not mean that you start shorting. That just means that you proceed with caution on most of the things, most of the trades that you're going to be. Don't be greedy. There's no point in being greedy for assets which are up 600, 700, 800% to the upside already. You could simply have a little patience, and let's all look at the market together as to how it's going to be resolving to the upside, downside, whatever comes next. I'm going to be there and constantly telling you how to define your risk management, not a financial advice. All right, not a financial advice. SXP to BTC. Okay, well, this is a damn bearish chart. I mean, just what to do with this one? 88% off against the highs. Let's see if we have any Fibonacci zones of interest right here. Well, the first extension is more than 100% away, man. This is simply bearishness. Although, check this out. In fact, this is very interesting. Okay, here's the thing. Swipe against Bitcoin on 12-hour time frame. Closing below the 21 simple is going to be not good. I guess it's not going to be good. So as far as you're maintaining this particular trend, have your moving averages on the 12-hour time frame on Swipe BTC. If you're maintaining this trend, you are probably going to get picked up on every single dip down below, and then you can talk about some key areas of interest somewhere around here. And wow, there is just simply no liquidity here. Wow, it can. All right. So if somebody FOMO, somebody fat fingers into Swipe, or if there's a whole bunch of people wanting to get into Swipe, this could simply skyrocket up from these zones because we do not have much volume and trust coming on. Let me just simply put on the VPVR right here, and that would actually confirm as to how the volume ranges are working out. Let me put on the 200 simple moving average as well and change the settings to maximum. Right? Nope, that's not right. 99999. Not right again. All right, let's just simply take these big blocks and first volume zone after breaking above this point, above this key level of significance around 7,000 Satoshi is going to be around 14,000 Satoshi, a simple 2x coming from this point to the higher volume nodes around 140-50%, and that would lead Swipe against US dollar to test the all-time high. So here's the thing, 21 against the 200 is wanting to cross to the upside right here. I mean, this is good. This is some significant event happening in Swipe. Very nice, very good. Nice one on Swipe here. Looking at a golden cross, a significant golden cross on the 12-hour time frame, exploding, bullishly engulfing, and looking good in fact. Like keep an eye on these two moving averages. Try to have a bullish cross or a bearish cross. Bullish cross coming across 4100 Satoshis. 4100 Satoshis being your key area of risk management. If you are wanting to be long on Swipe, do not go all in, man. Let me just simply repeat. You see some money right there, you go all in. Look, I've been taking seminars, I've been taking lectures, I've been talking to so many people and so many traders who are getting into cryptocurrency markets. Everybody I talk to, they go through the exact same thing. I mean, it's just mad. And I'm sure you know what that same thing is. It's FOMO. It's FOMO. That one single element, it's gonna wreck your trading. It's gonna kill your trading balance. Is going to take market is going to take everything from you. If you have FOMO as a constant feeling in your head, stay away from that. Have a very objectively driven mindset while you're playing these assets. You're not dating them. They're not your fucking wives. All right. Well, they're not your children as well. So do not give a you don't generally give a crap about them. You trade them. All right. You trade them, and when your job is done, you get rid of them. Finally looking for some more BTC. That's what. Have a very stringent mindset about it, because most of the coins, I think 99% of the cryptocurrencies will be wiped out of this market, and the ones to stay are certainly going to be the ones with real value, at least as investment perspective, and fundamentals as well. Just like how the entire new financial system is working on Ethereum, so Ethereum is here to stay. That does not mean that these swaps, these sushi swap, these uni swap, all of these things are just going to be outperforming most of the market all the time. No, it's a trend. It's a trend. DeFi is in its trend. If DeFi stops trending, it'll constantly bleed to the downside. So do not date them. Do not marry them. They're not your wives. They're giving you gains. They're helping you multiply with BTC or Ethereum or USD. And just stick to that ideology, stick to that mindset. Well, a couple of clues hinting towards a further upside movement on swipe BTC, which would simply mean that swipe against USDT is also going to be having a good move to the upside. In fact, like I talked about this point here, simply the retest of this particular Fibonacci zone will be the retest of all-time high against US dollars. Just how it works, man. It's just crazy. I mean, Bitcoin making its move, altcoin pairs slowly catching up and making new highs here. Not here, but soon enough. All right, extremely small time frames. Wow. Okay. The 200 simple moving average on the hourly. Well, the hourly is kind of irrelevant, to be honest. Okay, 4 hourly right here. Strengthful, getting picked up on every single dump right here. Got picked up yesterday as well, like a 16% down move got negated by a 25% up move. Pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Extremely volatile as well. It's damn volatile. Stay away from leverage. But if you want to be trading derivatives, do not push your margin into like sky high limits, because the funding is also going to be sucking blood out of your equity. And looks good to me for short to mid term upsides, especially on the 12-hour time frame. 12-hour time frame is damn bullish on swipe BTC. And we are kind of closing candles above significant zones here, testing, wanting to test these levels right here. Keep an eye on swipe BTC, pretty important. If we have Ethereum against swipe, did I spell it right? SXP. Wow, swipe against Ethereum is not being traded anywhere whatsoever. How weird is that? How weird is that? Well, all right, just to summarize it up, the strength of swipe is going to be defined from this particular chart right here, the swipe against Bitcoin. Losing this level would mean losing a few levels on the USD pair as well, since Bitcoin is headed sideways. And as far as we are maintaining this maintaining this particular area of interest, it's good. Swipe is looking good, and swipe could be looking at some further upside, actually reaccumulation to further upside. Also, I will confirm on this. In fact, I'll confirm on some marginal data as well and get back to you on Twitter. So make sure to follow on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube. I'll constantly update you guys with most of the data right here. Wow, check this beautiful regression on the 12-hour stochastics. Wow. Okay, this is quite amazing. You long here. Wait, you can long here. You can long here. You can long here, and here again, right? Let's see what that would lead to. You long here, you go for a 40% up move. You long here, you go for 60% up move. You long here, you go for 40% up move. You long here and here, you go for 50% up moves, 45% up moves. Well, stochastic regression on swipe BTC also quite significant. Pretty much aligning with, not really aligning actually, but pretty much in sync with the RSI, the strength index as well. This is also maintaining this regression, staying above 60. Amazing. This is bullish. This chart is bullish, coming off the lows, curling upside, wanting to go for a golden cross. I see a lot of bullish things happening for this particular chart. Now, if anything catastrophic happens, this is going to be your key area of interest, the 4200 Satoshi zone. Losing 4200 Satoshi will simply lead to a breakdown of this entire structure and a potential up move. In fact, would be a swing failure. Then we can talk about downside targets to reaccumulation. Then maybe we could formulate something like a double bottom right here, and then we can attempt somewhere in February, April, or February is now, somewhere in April to June maybe. But for the time being, swipe against BTC on 12 hours looking amazing. All right, trade with caution. I hope this video brought about some clarity in your brains, and don't blindly long, don't blindly short. Gather as much as information as you can, and for the time being, yeah, it does look bullish to me. Green flag for swipe. And well, that's enough for this video. I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.